thanks for joining Untamed TV. I am your host, Craig Bielek, and I am joined today by Madeline McDonald and Kathy Darby, and they're here representing the American Red Cross. And yes, you've heard about the American Red Cross. So what are we going to tell you today? We're going to tell you about a couple of amazing things the Red Cross is doing that you may have never even thought of. One is smoke alarms, and the other is pillowcases. And I don't even know what pillowcases is.
Are they related?
Well, they probably shouldn't be. Okay, just be clear. Don't put a pillowcase over your smoke alarm. Anybody
yes,
out
no,
there?
that's correct.
That's not the plan.
Like that. First off, let's give our viewers a little bit of background information. Where is the Red Cross in Ogden?
All right. Well, the Northern Utah chapter of the American Red Cross is located here in Ogden on Harrison Boulevard in the United Way building, right across from Ogden High. We've been there for years. And we cover Davis, Weber, Morgan, Box Elder, Rich, and Cache counties, and soon to be Uinta and Lincoln counties in southwestern Wyoming.
Wow.
So we will provide all services that the Red Cross provides in a very large footprint.
Yeah, like Wyoming and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the services you cover, and Kathy, maybe you can address this. But I think most people out there watching this show right now know that if they get into trouble, disaster, house burns down, something like that, the Red Cross is going to be there to help and thank you. But what else? What else is it that you guys do?
A fun thing that I've been involved in was Cause for Alarm and Sound the Alarm. They were two different projects, events. We did one in Ogden, one in Cache Valley, one in Brigham City just a couple of weeks ago on Martin Luther King Day, and we went into homes and installed smoke alarms. In teams of 3, we had a couple people put the alarms up. We had a person who sat with the participants or the people that lived in the home and discussed with them an escape route and safety issues, and not just putting it in, but telling them what to do in case of a fire and getting agreement from them and having them understand. And I had some great experiences. One quick story that was really great in Brigham, there was an elderly lady. We went into her home, and she had us in there for a few minutes, and she went to the back of her home and she brought out a vest, and it was a Red Cross vest, and she was so cute. And she brought this vest out, and it had been lying about for several years, and she said, I can't do this anymore, but I'd like you to take it. So I was going to wash it and give it to Madeline, and I don't know if they want to hang it in the shop or whatever. It was really great, but I've decided to keep it because she gave it to me, and it's really awesome.
I think you need to wear
and
it
I'm
with
going to wear it with pride.
That is a
Should've worn it
fantastic
today.
story, and
She
I
was
actually
so sweet.
participated in Red Cross Cause for Alarm.
You did, down here in
Yeah, I was
Ogden.
part of the team. They wouldn't let me go on the ladder or put the screws in. I guess I was kind of like
that.
the eye candy or something.
The mascot, Craig. Let's
Yeah,
just go with
that's a much better description for Craig. I'm more
talker.
like the eye broccoli.
The talker.
Not exactly what you want, but it's good for you. This is fantastic because that day, remind me, Madeline, how many smoke alarms did we do?
Oh my gosh, Cause for Alarms back in April was amazing. We had 320 volunteers show up, and we installed over 600 smoke alarms in one day here in Ogden. It was fabulous.
So awesome.
Right.
So,
And it was fun, too.
Yeah.
It really was. And it was a good thing. I can't believe the people that said, when we walked up to their door, they said to us, oh, I've wanted smoke alarms for years. Really? I mean,
Well,
this
so
is
many
a
times,
necessary thing.
not all of us are very good cooks, right? And so we smoke in the kitchen, things start smoking and burning, and then the smoke alarm starts going off, and so people disable them, right? And so they pull the batteries out, yank it off the wall. Okay, it doesn't do any good like that. So the smoke alarms that we install now have a 10-year lithium battery that does not come apart from the machine or from the mechanism. So once we install it, it's in there for good. I guess you have to rip it out of the ceiling or the wall and throw it away. But it has a shelf life of 10 years, and so we can provide 3 per home. And like Kathy said, we help people make their homes safer by creating that escape route so that the thing goes off, run around like crazy getting out of the house. Well, where are we going to meet to ensure that everybody got out? Is it the neighbor's house? Is it the mailbox?
The mailbox. It was with my kids. It was across the street. Vicky's mailbox was the thing.
We had a power box in my yard. Yeah.
And so to kind of help augment this, parlay this to the pillowcase project. So we as an organization nationally have a project that started with Hurricane Katrina back in the day, right? College students were fleeing the dorms. They took their pillowcases, jammed some of their personal belongings in there, and fled.
Yeah,
so Disney gave the American Red Cross a grant and it is these big kind of industrial strength pillowcases. They're not the soft snuggly ones you slept on last night.
They're not made of chenille. Yes,
yeah, no.
I know what
They're more
chenille is.
serviceable.
Or 600 thread count. This is like sturdy burlap, man. And they have great Disney characters on them. And so we go to schools to grades or children 3 to 11 years old. And so while they're drawing in, the characters and stuff, they're hearing a presentation from our volunteers on the importance of having a plan and being prepared. And around the Disney characters on the pillowcase are ideas of what to put in there. A flashlight, a toy, maybe a pillow, extra socks or something like that. So if you had to, your smoke alarm went off or we have an earthquake and you have to get out of the house, you can grab that pillowcase and go. And again, kids are awesome for taking information home, Craig. You know this.
Yeah.
Hey, mom, dad, grandma, whoever, this is what we learned in school today. They gave us this pillowcase. Do we have stuff to put in there? And so that's what we do.
That's the pillowcase thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering how pillowcases and smoke alarms were related with the Red Cross. Did you guys out there know that the Red Cross can do all of this for you? And you know what? They can even do more.
Absolutely.
Even more. All you have to do is look them up online at
www.redcross.org/Utah. And that brings you to the Utah webpage with all of our events, the 3 different chapters that are here in Utah, and the events that each chapter is holding. So here in Ogden, or in northern Utah, next month we'll be doing a smoke alarm installation in Bountiful with the Bountiful Fire Department and the surrounding communities. And then in I think I said February. In March, we're going to be out in Morgan. In April, back here in Ogden. And we've got a few more planned, but it's a little far out, so we'll get you some more details.
Speaking of the local
That's
fire
plenty.
departments,
I mean, really, that's a pretty full plate.
It's a lot, but the local fire departments have been extremely
Amazing.
helpful.
Amazing.
Extremely helpful.
Yeah.
They come out, and there was one fire chief in Brigham that just spent the whole day with us.
Mm-hmm.
He just went right around with us. We could see his truck parked in the areas where we were, and all of them have just been completely and utterly supportive to
Our
this event.
community partners have been awesome.
That's
really
great
good.
too, because the fire department does not want you to use them.
They do not.
No,
They're
one service
they're different
that-
than
yeah.
most businesses that we have
Absolutely.
here on the show. They don't want your business. They would rather that
Not see you.
they would
Yeah.
rather that they got to stay home and read magazines.
Do
or something like that.
firefighters ever get cats out of trees anymore?
I don't even think cats climb trees anymore. I think that's why so many cats are obese. I think they sit around and play games, cat and mouse.
On their phone.
Online, a viral kind of a thing. Man, I didn't know we were going to be talking about cats today with the American Red Cross. But I have Madeline.
But
Yes.
But speaking of cats and dogs, do you have the Pet First Aid app downloaded on your phone?
Do I have the Pet First Aid app on my?
Gee, I need that.
Yeah, right?
No,
Where's
I
my
actually
phone?
do not
Well, you
have the
need to-
Pet First Aid, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me about it.
Yeah, you totally have to go to your app
Does this have
store.
mouth to mouth and everything on there?
Mouth to snout.
Mouth to snout? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
five pets. I need that.
Oh, my
Absolutely.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, you need the emergency app, you need like the earthquake app, the
Oh, yeah.
Pet First Aid.
Oh.
Come on, Craig, get with this program.
Well, me
Download
with a 25-pound diabetic cat, which is true, by the way.
Poor baby.
I probably do need this app. This is something the Red Cross offers?
For free, absolutely. And on it, it has a cat and dog content. And actually, one of our local sponsors here, American Nutrition, has sponsored the app. And so they had some content up there for
That's
a while.
cool.
So
I'll be darned.
big shout out to our local partners.
So load your phone up.
See, I was making fun of you folks out there about what you don't know about the Red Cross. Well, guess what Craig doesn't know about the Red Cross? I don't even know half of this stuff.
We need to
this has
hang
been
around
great
more.
to have you guys on. I'm going to download the Pet First Aid right now, and I cannot wait to give my first case of mouth to snout.
Excellent.
I think I'm going to practice. I think
That's
I'm gonna
another thing you're
practice
hoping
tonight.
you never have to do.
I
But
think I'm going to practice. Oh, no, I want to do it.
Your poor cat at home.
I want to do mouth to snout. I'm right on film saying that right now. If you haven't guessed by now, this is Untamed Television.
Neighbors and friends, please get your cats and dogs inside.
I am your host, Craig Bielik. I've got Madeline and Kathy. I don't want to let them go, but I got to go practice mouth to snout. So
Thank you, Craig. It's
check
been a
out the
pleasure.
Red Cross. Check out the apps that they've listed, and check out Untamed TV if you dare.
thank you.